project at the Nigerian Defense Academy in Kaduna State. The minister identified inadequate maintenance, insufficient investment, and the inability to upgrade transmission grids as major causes of the infrastructure gap in the power sector, which has accumulated for over 60 years. He said President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration was trying to address the challenges of epileptic power supply across the country. The minister expressed the government's commitment to providing sustainable and reliable energy to critical national institutions. He stated that for the country to achieve functional, reliable, and stable electricity, Nigeria will need at least $10 billion annually for the next 20 years. He further stated that there is some foundational bottleneck that was experienced in the past needs to be fixed for the spending of this money to have meaning. According to Adelabu, the signing of the energy bill into law was the important steps by the government to tackle the challenges in the power sector. Kano State First Intendant Pilgrims 2025 have been airlifted to the Holy Land today. Addressing them at Aminu Kano International Airport, the State Deputy Governor, Comrade Aminu Abdusalam Gorzo, charged them to be good ambassadors of the state and avoid any acts that will tarnish the image of the state and country at large. Deputy Governor's Office correspondent Rabi Abokianas completes the story.
About 550 Kano intended pilgrim first flights today airlifted to the Holy Land to perform this year 2025 Hajj. Hajj is one of the 5 pillars of Islam, which every Muslim is expected to perform. Addressing this year about 1 Hajj intended pilgrims, the state governor, Alhaji Abba Kabir Yusuf, who doubled as the Amirul Hajj of this year, represented by his deputy Comrade Aminu Abdusalam Gorzo, charged the intended pilgrims to shun any act that will destroy their Hajj at the Holy Land, and said to ensure pray for the state and the country in general.
All the rules and regulations governing the Hajj operation, and to make sure that they become very loyal and law-abiding citizens in the Holy Land. They are there for prayers. They are there to perform the pilgrimage. So all of them have been asked to make sure that they are well-behaved, well-disciplined, to avoid anything that will bring them into conflict with the authorities in the Holy Land. And we believe, inshallah ta'ala, all arrangements have been made in place.
In his remark, the Emir of Kano, Alhaji Muhammad Sunusi II, said, Hajj is one of the 5 pillars of Islam, which he called on the intended pilgrim to ensure perform their Hajj effectively according to the teaching of Islam, to protect the image of their country, Kano State at large. Speaking earlier, the Director General of State Hajj Welfare Board, Alhaji Ramir Rabiu Dambappa, said about 550 intended pilgrims are airlifted today to the Holy Land, and Governor Abba Kabir Yusuf has directed them to pay all the pilgrims their welfare due, which he completed some of the amount. Some of the intended pilgrims pray to Allah to guide Governor Abba Kabir Yusuf in discharging his duty as a governor of the state for the hospitality given to them during their going to the Holy Land.
Unforgettable day in my life.
From Aminu Kano International Airport, Rabiu Abokianas reporting for Artv News.
Emir of Kano, Khalifa Muhammad Sunusi II, has pledged his full support for the Adolescent Girls Initiative for learning, a program aimed at promoting quality education and empowerment opportunity for girls across the state. The Emir gave the assurance while receiving a delegation from Kano State Agile team who paid him courtesy visit at his palace. Nazir Idrisiau reports.
Welcoming the team warmly, Khalifa Muhammad Sanusi II commended the effort and emphasized the importance of girl child education in driving sustainable development. The Emir expressed his commitment to supporting the success of the initiative, describing it as a noble cause. He also emphasized the importance of accountability, urging them to ensure that all funds allocated to the project are used prudently and for their intended purpose.
Kuna da tsari na tabbatar da cewa kuɗi da aka bayar yana zuwa inda ya kamata ya je, kuma ana amfani da shi a inda ya kamata amfani da shi.
The Agile team led by project coordinator Malam Mujtafa Aminu expressed gratitude to the Emir for his continued support and hospitality, saying he further explained that their visit was aimed at seeking the Emir's blessing and support for the Agile initiative, noting that the Emir's words of encouragement were deeply appreciated by the team. The visit also included a diverse entourage comprising stakeholders from the education sector, students, athletes participating in Agile's upcoming Games 2025, and representatives from the Kebbi State who will join Kano students in volleyball and basketball competitions. Agile is a World Bank-supported initiative working to increase access to education and life skills for adolescent girls in Nigeria. Nazir Idris Ya'u reporting.
Northwest University Center for Quranic Research and Studies has presented Merit of Award to the Vice Chancellor of the University, Professor Mukhtar Atiku Kurawa, as Garkon Ilimi. Correspondent Nurasani Sheka reports.
The Director Center for Quranic Research and Studies, Dr. Muhammad Salisu Usman Ismail, the center has decided to present a Merit Award to the Vice Chancellor of the University, Professor Mukhtar Atiku Kurawa, in recognition of his immense contribution to the establishment of the flourishing the center, leaving enduring legacy in the institution as Garkoi Ilimi. Dr. Muhammad Salisu Ismail, who traced the history of the center, which he said was recording a tremendous achievement since its establishment by the Vice Chancellor, Professor Mukhtar Atiku Kurawa, particularly the introduction of a national Quranic competition, presenting the lecture on the significance of knowledge. The Chairman Council of Ulama, Sheikh Malam Ibrahim Khalil, says there is no any society will progress without the provision of sound education. Describing the award to the presented to the Vice Chancellor, Professor Mukhtar Atiku Kurawa, as a well-deserved, considering his contribution in the propagation of Islam and Quran education in particular. In their separate remarks, the Provost, Kano State College of Education and Preliminary Studies, Professor Sunusi Yakubu, and that of Amin Kano College of Islamic and Legal Studies, Professor Abubakar Jakada, and the Vice Chancellor, Khalifa Isaac Rabi University, Professor Abdulrashid Abubakar Garba, described the award of Garkoi Ilimi given to the Professor Mukhtar Atiku Kurawa as a well-deserved, considering his commitment towards the development of Quran knowledge and service to humanity.
University, Professor Atiku Kurawa. There is no doubt that Atiku Kurawa deserves this recognition. In fact, we as historians, when we come to write the history of Northwest University, his name will be involved. Very, very unique about Professor Kurawa. He keeps to time, he's very punctual in whatever he sets to do in his life. You are welcome, sir.
Responding to the Vice Chancellor, Northwest University, Professor Mukhtar Atiku Kurawa, pledged to double his effort toward the development of the university to make it to a greater height, and thanked the center for the honor done to him. Similarly, the Northwest University organized a public lecture in honor of the late Professor Harun, a distinguished academic and relevant figure in the university community. The public lecture organized to celebrate the life, legacy, and immense contribution of the late Professor Yusuf was chaired by the Professor Abubakar Adabu Rashid under the leadership of the Vice Chancellor of the university, Professor Mukhtar Atiku Kurawa. The public lecture, organized to celebrate the life, legacy, and immense contribution of the late professor, was chaired by the Professor Abubakar Adam Rashid, former elected secretary of the National University Commission (IUC), who was ably represented by the former Pro-Chancellor of Nazwa University, Professor Muhammad Yahuza Bello. Nuruddin Sanishika, reporting for Artv News.
Kano State government has pledged to support any move that will ensure unity and cordial relation between various ethnic groups residing in the state. The special advisor to the governor on community relations and minority tribes, Andrew Maaji, stated this at an occasion to celebrate the turbaning ceremony of Sarkin Machika residing in Kano. Correspondent Nurasani Sheka has the details.
Speaking at the Tabanan ceremony of Sarkin Machika of Kano State, Engineer Ibrahim Tede Koji, the special advisor to the governor on community relations and minority tribe, Andrew Maaji, commended the Emirate Council for acknowledging the contribution of Machika tribes in moving the step forward. The special advisor Andrew Maaji described the Tabana of Sarkin Machika as an indication of living peacefully with people of the state and in sustaining and peace and stability of the society. Honorable Andrew Maaji, who said Kano State government under the leadership of Governor Abubakar Yusuf is always ready to support any move that will ensure unity and peaceful coexistence among the community, and congratulates the new Sarkin Machika of Kano State for his new title.
It's a lavish occasion, and on this occasion we give thanks to Almighty Allah who give us the privilege to witness the occasion. So I thank God. Now the Turban man was so glad that he came to me and said I should extend my greeting to His Excellency for delegating me down here. That my coming here has consolidated the occasion. So he's happy. Besides that, the whole northern...
On his part, the one Bankano alleged Kabir Tijan Hashim on district head of Nasarawa, who presided over the ceremony of the Tabani of Engineer Ibrahim Tezi Koji at Sarkin Machika, was followed the approval of the Emir of Kano, Madam Muhammad Sunusi II, a recognition of his immense contribution and the service to humanity of his community. Alaji Kabir Tijan Hashim, however, called on the people to cooperate with the new Sarkin Machika of Kano State so as to discharge his responsibilities effectively. In his acceptance speech shortly after the Tabana ceremony, the new Sarkin Machika, Engineer Ibrahim Twahize Koji, thanked the Kano State government and Emirate Council for the opportunity given to him to serve his people and assure an open door policy to achieve set goals. Others who spoke at the occasion included the chairman Machika resident residing in Kano State, Dauda Bagiwaya. Nuruddin Sanishika, reporting for Artv News.
Kano State government is considering a strategic partnership with the Faculty of Communication at Bayero University, Kano, BUK, to develop a diploma program aimed at training social media advocates who promote the initiatives of Governor Abubakar Yusuf. This was revealed by the Commissioner for Affairs, Comrade Ibrahim Abdullahi Waya, during the closing ceremony of a 2-day workshop organized for the advocate. The workshop was jointly hosted by the Ministry of Information and Internal Affairs and Nexa Digital Services. Comrade Waya noted that the proposed diploma program will equip participants with advanced skills to leverage social media platforms in effectively disseminating government policies and developmental projects. He emphasized that building the capacity of digital communicators is key to fostering transparency and public engagement in governance. The Commissioner also urged participants to view social media not only as a communication tool, but as a platform for economic empowerment. The initiative reflects the state government's broader efforts to integrate digital strategies into its public communication and youth empowerment agenda. Further details on the diploma program are expected to be unveiled following consultation with Bayero University, Kano. Kano State Ministry of Health, in collaboration with African Center for Excellence for Population Health and Policy, Bayero University, Kano, has organized a global dissemination event aimed at presenting key findings from Kano State Surveillance for Evidence and Policy Project in Kano. Speaking at the occasion, the State Commissioner of Health, Dr. Abubakar Labaram Yusuf, commended the research team for their dedication, emphasizing its importance in guiding health planning. According to him, the findings offer a clear roadmap for reducing maternal mortality and improving health outcomes across Kano State. He said the comprehensive report will be taken to Kano's Governor Alhaji Abba Kabir Yusuf for policy consideration and further implementation. Kano State Commissioner for Public Procurement, Project Monitoring and Evaluation, Comrade Nura Ma'aji Sumaila, has launched the road project in Rogo, frowns at slow pace in Madobi and Kumbozo local government areas. He made the remarks during an inspection tour of 4 local government areas. Now the report. While speaking during the visit, Comrade Nura Ma'aji Sumaila has expressed satisfaction with the quality of ongoing road construction projects in Rogo local government area. Comrade Nura Ma'aji Sumaila assessed the progress and standard of various projects in some of the local government areas. The commissioner commended the level of work of the 23-kilometer and 5-kilometer road projects in Rogo, noting that the projects are being executed in line with approval standards. However, the commissioner expressed displeasure over the first and condition of work at Madobi office of the Drug and Consumable Project, as well as the project site in Kumbozo local government area. He noted with concern the absence of the contractor on site and the slow pace of work in those areas.
From Rogo to Bari, Falgore, up to Mahangi, they were assessed to be up to standard and within the required quality. But other projects, which include Kumbozo 11-kilometer road to Madobi, Drugs and Consumable Supply Agency, the contractors were found to really be, characterized by persistent delays, which immediately our ministry invited them for a discussion tomorrow morning, inshallah, so that we can be able to unravel whatever the bottleneck.
Comrade Sumaila reiterated the commitment of the current administration under the leadership of Governor Alhaji Abba Kabir Yusuf to ensuring that all government projects across the state are executed to the highest standard and delivered promptly. He emphasized that the government will not compromise on quality and timely completion of projects aimed at improving the welfare of citizens. Abdullahi Hassan reporting. Kano chapter of Nigerian Association of Women Journalists NAWOJ has called for more support from the state government to achieve training and retraining of women journalists in the state. The chairperson of the NAWOJ, Bahija Malam Kabara, made the statement during the first maiden congress of the association since the executives were elected into office. The chairperson urged members to always participate in the NAWOJ activities. While presenting the secretariat report, the secretary of the association, Mariam Muhammad Yakase, stated that various achievements have been recorded by the association. Some of the achievements include organizing of Girl Child International Day and Maulud celebrations in the state, which was the first of its kind in the history of the association, and organizing a town hall meeting on gender-based violence, among others. Former Chief of Air Staff, Air Marshal Muhammad Dukko Umar, has commissioned 4 new projects at Nigeria Air Force Base in Kano. Correspondent Alasidi Sharifai reports.
Speaking, the former Chief of Air Staff, Air Marshal Muhammad Dikko Umar, who doubled as the special guest of honor at the event, said the commissioning of the project marks its turning point and clear testimony that the current leadership is highly blessed with patriotic experience and serious-minded people whose aim is to ensure Nigeria Air Force is second to none. The retired Chief of Air Staff hence commended the foresight and tenacity of Air Marshal Hassan Bala Abubakar that led to the establishment of such facility that consumed millions of naira at this material of economic hardship.
The Air Staff, I'm particularly proud to witness the enduring progress being recorded over the years since I left office, especially under the leadership of Air Marshal Hassan Bala Abubakar. His steadfast commitment to operational readiness, personnel welfare, and institutional excellence is truly remarkable.
On his part, the Chief of Air Staff, Air Marshal Hassan Bala Abubakar, who happens to be 22nd Chief of Air Staff in chronological order, said the commissioning was part of his mission toward boosting the air power demand of national security, likewise welfare and infrastructure renewal of air men and women.
Underscores our unwavering commitment to the welfare, operational readiness, and professional excellence of Nigerian Air Force personnel. So let me start by extending our deepest appreciation to our esteemed special guest of honor, a distinguished patriot, a gallant air warrior, and a revered elder statesman, Air Marshal Muhammad Dikko Umar, retired.
Earlier, the officer commandant, Air Training Kaduna Ahmad Yusuf Dari, charged the officers to remain committed in observing their noble duty of safeguarding the territorial integrity of Nigeria. The project commission were a trauma center which was named after Air Marshal M.D. Umar, the Eye Center, officers accommodation blocks, and military commandant office at Malam Aminu Kano International Airport. Climax of the event include presentation of souvenirs to special guests of honor and cultural dances. Ali Sidi Sharifai reported.
That's the news. Before we go air cap of the headlines, you heard that Minister of Power said Nigeria needs $10 billion to achieve stable power supply. You also heard that first batch of Kano State 2025 intended pilgrims departed Nigeria to Holy Land. Emir of Kano pledged support for girls' education initiative. On behalf of our duty editor Rabi Abdullahi Bature and the entire production crew, saying good night. Thanks for